Good morning, everybody, on this Wednesday, December 23rd. It is 7:30 in the morning. I've been up for a while. I got up at 5:30. Was able to fall back asleep until about 6. My alarm went off at 6 for John, and I couldn't get back to sleep then. So I've been working since 7 o'clock again today, which is nice because I get off at 3:30. I don't remember if I showed you in yesterday's vlog, but here's my cookies. And these are literally a Ritz cracker. All my ingredients are right here. I have the papers here because if they turned out good, I was just going to keep doing reuse the papers and do more of them. And we are going to. So, Ritz crackers is the base. You put a little bit of peanut butter on top. I tried the Jif. It's not bad, but I think it's just kind of stale, honestly, because it's been open for a while. So I went with the Skippy Natural and then the melted almond bark, basically. And that's it. Literally, you melt the almond bark in the microwave for a couple of minutes, you put the crackers out, put the peanut butter on top, and dip them in the chocolate, and that, don't they look like tagalongs? And you make the peanut butter as thick or as thin as you want them to be. So, they're very tasty. Very, very tasty. And the problem is that you can eat like a ton of them. Because the cracker is so thin though, it isn't quite a tagalong because the cookie in the tagalong is definitely thicker. I think if you did like 2 crackers, it would be thickness. It would the correct thickness, but I put a lot of peanut butter on them, so basically it tastes like peanut butter and chocolate. Anyway, I've been working for a little bit. I'm reading about a training class that I could potentially go to for like executive management training kind of a thing. I don't know if my management would put me in for it, but I'm considering asking, so we'll see. But my flowers, oh my gosh, we came out here this morning and the whole kitchen smelled like roses. Yeah, so that was a nice surprise, was that it smelled like the whole kitchen smelled like roses this morning. On the docket today, I have to work till 3:30. I do need to make my Jell-O concoction. Excuse me. I have my slippers on. If you hear the scuffing on the floor, it's my slippers. Because these slippers I got from FabFitFun. They're comfortable, but they're too big for my feet. So they slip around a lot. The recipe that I make with the Jell-O, in case you guys are wondering, I think I showed it at Thanksgiving. Come on. For some reason this will not exit out of a pop-up. Okay. Is from the website is MyFood. Oh, sorry. I have you like twisted. The recipe is myfoodandfamily.com, which is actually like the Kraft Heinz brand. But if you search for Orange Cranberry Dream, that is the recipe, and there's 2 different recipes out there. This one is the one that has cranberry flavored Jell-O. I think the other one does cherry flavored Jell-O, but this is the one that I use and works for me. That my sister-in-law made, etc. That's the ingredients right there. So that's all the ingredients, so not too bad. I use strawberry flavored Jell-O because I can't find cranberry flavored Jell-O here, even at Thanksgiving. So I use strawberry flavored Jell-O, and that is the directions. If you guys can see it. So it's super easy. I mean, it's literally four directions. Pretty much you make the crust. Oh, you make the Jell-O, you make the crust, then you make the cream cheese layer, and you pretty much have to refrigerate it. You know, so my Cool Whip's been in the refrigerator for a couple of days now, so it got melted, because my Cool Whip, you purchase it, it's frozen. I am actually going to go take the cream cheese out of the refrigerator. I forgot that it needs to be softened. So I'm going to go take that out of the refrigerator now, because I'm going to make it when I get off work. So if it's out, and it's not going to go bad in a couple of hours, well, 7 hours. It's not going to go bad in 7 hours. Maybe I'll take it out at lunchtime. That's what I'll do. I'll take it out at lunchtime. But the softer the cream cheese is, the easier it is to whisk it all together. So yeah, but I'm going to make this tonight because we're having dinner tomorrow night, Christmas Eve, with John's family. So I'm going to make this tonight, and then, where's my paper? We've got the ham to make, which I'm just gonna put it in the oven with Coca-Cola, like original Coca-Cola. And we're making mashed potatoes, ham, and then beef. John's making the beef, I'm not making the beef, I'm making the ham. So I'm just gonna put the ham in the oven in a roaster with Coke, and I did end up getting a can of crushed pineapple. I would have preferred to have sliced pineapple, but they didn't have it when I went, so I just got crushed pineapple, which is fine. So that, and then tomorrow, pretty much, I'll have to put the ham in the oven, so it'll cook. Oh, well, it'll heat up, right? Hams are all pre-cooked, right? So it'll have to heat up in the oven, and then all I have to make is the mashed potatoes and the corn, because John's gonna make the beef. Neil is gonna make deviled eggs. That's what he said. Maybe he'll make them today, maybe he'll make them tomorrow. I don't know. Oh, the red bread. I have frozen rolls that we're gonna cook as well. So tomorrow, then all I have to make is the mashed potatoes and corn and the rolls, which is just, you know, throwing them in the oven and heating them up. So that's all I have to do for tomorrow. And then what I might do, because we're gonna do the turkey for my family on Christmas Day at lunchtime, what I think I'm gonna do is one person that I worked with a while ago, his wife is an amazing cook. She's just absolutely amazing. She slow roasts her turkey. So pretty much she dresses it the night before Thanksgiving. I don't know if she does a turkey for Christmas or not, but she dresses it the night before Thanksgiving, and then she puts it in the oven at 175. Is that what turkeys need to cook at? 175? But she'll put it in the oven for 175 degrees, and then she literally just lets it roast for like 12 hours or 14 hours or something like that. And because the oven's at 175, the turkey doesn't get overcooked. So it stays moist, it stays like tasty and all that jazz. So I might try to do that, actually. The recipe that I'm using, the brine recipe that I'm using, they recommend you grill it. We do not currently at the moment have a grill that is large enough to fit a turkey in it. We just have those little kettle grills. Maybe at some point we'll get a grill that's bigger, but I don't know. We'll see. John and I were actually talking about it, and what we'd like to do long term, like 10 years from now, is right out my window here. We're gonna put the greenhouse right there beside the garage. But then this area behind, you see the 4 poles, those are bird houses. I don't know how well it's showing up on screen, but we'd like to put a patio area right in here. Like a really nice, like, pavers, and because there's electricity in the barn, like put some lights out there and so on and so forth. But make that, it used to be a garden for the previous owner, but make that into a really nice little patio area. And then on the other side of the fence, we would love to do like an in-ground pool and hot tub. Maybe even put like a building around it. That's like a long time from now. Probably by the time we have grandkids. My kids won't get to enjoy it, but my grandkids might. Assuming I have grandkids at some point. But I think that would be really, really nice. Like right out there. It's easily accessible both from this floor and downstairs, because we have that French door downstairs off the den. We have the deck here, and yeah. And that's like beside the drain field for our septic. The area right here where the patio would be is right beside the drain field. And they were like, you're not supposed to build on top of a drain field. You're really supposed to have that like free. So if we just put like pavers down, not put actual cement, but just paver blocks, I think that would be nice. And then the pool would be off to the side behind the barn, not like right behind it, but like off behind the barn, which I think would be nice. Anyway, I've been talking for almost 10 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and get back to work. I'm gonna make the Jell-O tonight. We might, I'd like to go drive around for Christmas lights tonight. That would be what I'd like to do. So we'll see if that happens. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and go, and I'll see you guys later. All right, you guys, it is 3:48. I am with my husband. Isn't he so cute? So cute. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. We are going to look at a trailer.
Carlisle or Mechanicsburg? Or
what? The Mechanicsburg one. We've been thinking and talking about getting a trailer for a little while now. we have a couple of things still at the old house that we need to move, and a trailer would be definitely very helpful there. Also, just in general, having a trailer would be beneficial, if that makes sense. And now that John has a truck with a hitch on the back, he can attach a trailer pretty easily. So we're going to look at one that is on clearance. And I have found that trailer prices are, they vary greatly depending on who's selling them. Anyway, we're just chilling. I've eaten way too much real sugar today and I've got a sugar headache from it. Is that gonna stop me? No. Am I gonna keep eating sugar? Yes. For the next 48 to 72, no. Yeah, 48 to 72 hours, I'm probably gonna be eating more sugar still. So, my body just has to deal with it. Not great, but it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
I heard if you eat liver, that helps that.
Liver?
Yeah,
I'm not really all that interested in liver. Thank you though, dear.
You're not interested in liver?
No. Did get an email. The buyer of our house is asking for a bug infestation inspection, which they actually did today, and surprise to no one in this car, it came back fine. John and I, when we first were buying our first house, we looked at numerous, I mean, when we were buying our first house, we looked for 2 years pretty much to buy a house, and we looked at a couple that had bug termites.
And we're gonna repair it.
Yeah. So we know what termite damage looks like. Our house, neither of our houses have termite damage. So there's that. And we got the report back and it says no damage. Duh. They were also gonna do a radon test. There is already a radon mitigation system in the house because when we bought it, it tested positive for radon. Borderline, but it tested positive for radon. And then what we ended up doing was splitting the price of the radon system 50-50. The sellers paid 50% of it, we paid 50% of it. But it's got a radon system, mitigation system in the house. We never tested again. They do recommend you get it tested periodically. We just never did because we didn't spend a lot of time in our basement. But nonetheless, it has a radon mitigation system in it already. So
let them test. I
don't know if they're gonna test or not. The realtor, once I pointed it out, because I don't think I told you guys, when we were moving the couch out yesterday, the realtor and the family showed up. So there's that. She asked me where it was and I was like, it's right behind you, like literally like 3 feet from you. And she's like, I don't see it anywhere. Maybe it's over here. I was like, no. And I literally walked her over to it. She's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I missed it. So
I should have gotten 81.
Yeah, you probably should have gotten on the highway, yeah. But anyway, so it does have a radon mitigation system already in it. So I don't know if they're still gonna do a radon test or not. They can always decide not to. I think that's supposed to happen tomorrow, actually. Yeah. On Christmas Eve, I think, is when they were going to do the radon test. And then their home inspection is next week.
Oh, I thought it was this week.
No, I think it's the 29th is when they're going to do the home inspection. So the realtor did ask that we make sure that the pilot light for the fireplace is on, which I'm not opposed to that because the system is 20 years old. The gas insert is 20 years old, and we have had issues getting the pilot light lit before. Oftentimes I would actually light the pilot light in the fall and leave the pilot light running all winter long because sometimes it just doesn't light. It gets a little finicky and it just doesn't light sometimes. So pretty much what we've done in the past is just use like canned air to clean it out and then it will start typically. But nonetheless, it is sometimes very finicky. So I have no problem starting it so when they come in and they are doing the inspection, they can give the green light that, you know, it works. they might get the response, they might say that the fan is wonky, which it is. The fan in it, the blower in it,
He's getting stoned.
it'll get knocked off track. So then when it blows around, and it has like little stones in it as well. And I don't know if you guys, the camera picked up John saying that, but the little stones will get knocked into where the fan is. And then as the fan's blowing, it'll like kick the stones around and stuff. So they might say something like that, but we had somebody come out and fix it one time, and pretty much they were like, pretty much you pop the front off, you realign it, make sure there's no stones in there, and then you're fine. We just haven't done it because we never really used the gas fireplace. I always, when we bought the house, I was like super excited about the gas fireplace because I'm like, oh, we can have a fire at the start of a button anytime. And then to be honest, it's just not, like all it really did, yeah. So like part of the nice thing about fires is the smell and the ambiance and that sort of thing. The gas fireplace gives you the fire and it gives you the heat. Oh boy, does it give you the heat. Like we never had heat from any of our wood burning stuff like you get from the gas fireplace.
What's designed, it's literally designed to be super efficient.
To blow heat, right.
Yeah, to blow heat.
And it's a the one at that house is not vented. So it really keeps the heat in. Like there's no venting at all for the heat. So the other thing we always ran into as well was the first time we kicked the fire on, we always, every single time, the first time in the year, it always kicked the smoke alarm, the carbon monoxide sensor. And it only ever did it the first time we started. So we might actually want to go start it this weekend and let it run for a little while so that when they do the home inspection, it doesn't kick off. But it always does that every single year. And then like from that point on, it never does it again, but it's always the first time we light it every year, it would always kick the carbon monoxide. And then we'd have to like open up the house, open all the windows, the doors, all that stuff, and it would stop going off and everything would be fine. So yeah, home inspections next week, but we did get the response at the you gonna get off here?
I can't see your hand. I mean, I wasn't.
Yeah, you were in the wrong lane. I'm like, how is the camera blocking you being from the right lane?
I wasn't. Never mind. Oh my god. Okay.
Anyhow, yeah. So things are progressing. I don't know when the appraisal will be, but that's like the final. That's the one thing that could like mess things up. Yeah.
It's not going to derail it for me. It's going to derail it for them.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. They're getting a VA loan, and my understanding is VA loans are a little bit more stringent. But our house our old house is a modern house, so there's not really anything that is, you know, wonky about it. You know what I mean? It was built in 2000, so there's no lead-based paint. All of the things are finished off like they're supposed to be. All the smoke alarms are hardwired. That was at some point in the recent past is Pennsylvania made all of the homes that are built have to be hardwired smoke alarms. Our new house does not have them because our house was built in 1964. So we don't have the hardwired. So I don't know if you guys have hardwired ones or not, but there's the hardwire, there's the battery, and then there's the secondary battery in every
instance.
In every single one of these things. So the hardwire is obviously the ongoing power. Then there's the battery backup for the hardwire, and then there's the battery backup, or the battery backup battery.
Yep.
And we've had in the old house, we had what, 2 or 3 of them. I mean, they're 20 years old because the house was built in 2000, but there was at least 2, I think maybe 3. I think it was 3.
Yeah, I think unfortunately I'm afraid
the one in the bedroom, the master.
Yep.
We've had to replace 3. The one upstairs in my office we had to replace. The one in the hallway we had to replace, and we replaced Neil's bedroom too, I think. And now I think the master might be going. So, but that's stupid. And we've replaced the battery, like the 9-volt, but it's the battery backup battery that goes bad on them. So.
And that's not replaceable.
And you can't replace it. Yeah, you have to replace the whole unit. So. Anyway, we are almost at the trailer place. I'm gonna put you guys down.
Well, on top of that, there have been times where one hardwired alarm will give us the battery alert for one of the other hardwired alarms.
Yeah.
So we're running around trying to figure out which battery alert, which one to fix.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
And there's a carbon monoxide one in the basement and a carbon monoxide one in Neil's old bedroom. The one in Neil's old bedroom and the one in the basement were the two carbon monoxides, and if one went off, they both went off. So, I mean, that's a good safety feature. Don't get me wrong, it's a good safety feature, but it's just, we'd be like, why are you going off? So.
Dear God, can you please?
Yeah.
Please.
All right, we are almost to the trailer place. We will talk to you guys later. Bye. Do you see the blue flames shooting out the side of the fireplace? It is about 10:39 and we are watching Home Alone. I want to thank you, Lisa, if you're watching, for shouting me out on Instagram. And at the very end of your Instagram, you posted a meme about Home Alone. Anyway, we're watching Home Alone. It just flipped over to the screensaver over there, but we're watching Home Alone. We are at, they've already figured out that Kevin was left home, and now they're trying to figure out how to get home, and Kevin is buying a toothbrush. That's where we're at right now in it. My son Neil's here. He's right over there with a Wednesday, who sees that Daddy has a couple pieces of popcorn left. But Neil's over there in his Christmas shirt that I bought him from Walmart. It's got the little aliens from Toy Story, all of them holding candy canes. But Nicholas just went to bed because
He's tired.
He's tired. He was trying to get ice out of the ice machine. The ice is empty, and he was upset about it. And I told him there was no ice. John told him there was no ice. And we were like, look, there's no ice. Either get in here and watch the movie or go to bed. And he decided he was going to go to bed because there was no ice. So there's that. We did drive around and look at lights tonight. So that was a good time. And we watched Frosty the Snowman, the half-an-hour one from like 1965, 66, 67, something like that. 1960s. Then we watched a little bit of The Grinch That Stole Christmas, the one with Jim Carrey, which really I don't like. So we watched only like 15 or 20 minutes of that, and then I was like, let's watch something else. Anyway, I'm enjoying this super hot fire over here.
I was gonna say. That's a cooker.
Yeah, it's got blue flames coming out of it. Like this flame right over here is shooting out blue out of the side. It is really, really hot, and I am loving it. My feet are not cold at all. It's amazing. I can't wait till we get the wood stove in downstairs, and then like the floors will be warm and stuff. It'll be great. Anyway, that is it for today. Today I am thankful that we were able to go around and look at Christmas lights, because this was probably our last chance. We might have been able to get it done tomorrow, but I'm not 100% certain on that. You're about to sit on Wednesday. We have my in-laws coming over at 6:30 tomorrow. I think we're gonna go buy a trailer tomorrow. I think that's the last time I talked to you guys. We went to the one place and we got there at 4:02 and they closed at 4 o'clock. So we looked at the trailer that they had and it was all made of metal. And then we went to another place and they had some that were made of metal and wood. And I think John is leaning towards the one that's made of metal and wood. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so anyway, I think we're gonna go buy a trailer tomorrow morning, and then I have to make my Jell-O because I didn't get my Jell-O made tonight. So I'm gonna probably eat breakfast, make the Jell-O, and then go to get the trailer in the morning. So I think that's what we're gonna do. The ham we just got to put in the oven like mid-afternoon because not everybody's coming over at like 6:30, so around like 2:30ish. Because you are supposed to take it out of the oven and let it rest before you like carve it and eat it and stuff. So we do have to get some of the stuff like out of this room yet. There's some trash, those boxes of trash are still sitting on the floor over there. We have to get out of the room, and we have to like bring a table up and get the table set and that sort of stuff. So Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Nick decided to go to bed instead of just sitting and watching the movie without ice. So I hope today was better than yesterday, and I hope tomorrow will be just a little bit better than today. I hope y'all are having a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.